This video is kindly brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to create a beautiful online presence. Hi, my name's Janelle and welcome back to Rosery Apparel. In this video, I'm going to be upcycling some of my recent thrift finds into some really cute items for my wardrobe. I found these jeans and this really oversized men's shirt while out thrifting recently, and in this video I'm going to be transforming them into some really cute wearable pieces for my wardrobe. So let's get into it. Let's start by turning this oversized men's shirt into something a lot more wearable for my wardrobe. As you can see, this shirt is massive, which means there is a lot of fabric to work with, and it's also made from one of my all-time favourite types of fabric, gingham. I start by unbuttoning the shirt, and then using a seam ripper, I remove the pocket from the front of the shirt. Once removed, I pop the pocket to the side for later. Next, I fold the shirt in half, matching the sleeves and all the seams together. And then using the bodice template of my Rosery sewing pattern, which I'll leave a link to in the description of this video, I place the template along the folded edge of the shirt, lining up the neck edge with the shirt's collar. I then take my water erasable pen and mark out the armhole using the Rosery pattern as a guide. And then from the underarm point, I use a ruler to mark out the side edge to where I want my shirt to end, remembering to add 2.5 centimeters or an inch more than I need for seam allowance. I then cut out the drawn on template, which once cut looks a little something like this. I now have a new shirt body which once sewn up will fit me a lot better. Next, I take the fabric that I cut off the bottom of the shirt and remove the button. I then fold this piece in half, and then in half again, and then draw a line and cut along the center of the fabric. I then cut the curved half of the fabric into quarters and the rectangle shaped piece in half until I have 6 pieces of fabric like this. Then with right sides together, I pin the 2 smaller pieces of fabric onto the larger rectangle piece and then stitch them together to make a length of fabric that curves at the ends a little something like this. I then press the seams open with my iron and then hem the curved edge by folding and pressing in by about 1 centimeter or half an inch twice. Then I stitch the hem in place. These pieces are going to be made into some cute ruffled details for my new shirt. Next, I change the settings of my sewing machine to the longest possible stitch and sew 2 rows of gathering stitches along the raw edge of both lengths of fabric. Due to the seams where the different pieces of fabrics were joined, I actually found it easier to sew the gathering stitches in sections. I then gently pulled on the threads of the gathering stitches to gather up the fabric until they were approximately the same size as the armholes of the shirt. Now let's just take a quick break to talk about the sponsor of this video. If you've been watching my videos for a while, then you'll know all about Squarespace, but just in case you don't, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to create a beautiful website and run your business. I've personally been using Squarespace to run the Rosery Apparel website and online store for many years, and trust me when I tell you, they make running a website so stress-free and easy. Whether you want to start selling your own products, make a website, or create an online portfolio, Squarespace have so many beautiful templates to choose from, you're sure to find one that's perfect for you and your needs. Once you've chosen your template, you can then customize it completely to suit your brand and style with just a few clicks at the back end of the website, which really is the fun part. I enjoyed creating my Squarespace website so much. It was such a creative process. And also at the back end, I love how you can keep an eye on all of your website's analytics, so you're able to see how well your website's performing, how many visitors have stopped by, and how many sales you've made. So if you'd like to create a beautiful website of your own, then head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And then when you're ready to launch your beautiful new website, head to squarespace.com/Rosery Apparel for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks Squarespace for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to the thrift flip. Next, I take the sleeves that I removed earlier and open them up by cutting along the underarm seam. I also removed the old seams at the top of the sleeve so that there's no excess bulk in the fabric. So now I have two almost original sleeves like this. Next, I unbutton the body of the shirt and lie it out flat, and pin the ruffles to the curve of the armhole. I then baste the ruffles in place, and then pin the curved edge of the sleeves to the curved edge of the armholes. I then stitch the sleeves in place, sandwiching the ruffles in between the layers as I sew. Once stitched in place, I press the seam towards the body of the shirt, giving the ruffles a good press at the same time. And I now have a cute ruffled sleeve detail like this. I then finish the ruffle by top stitching along the armhole edge, stitching the pressed seam in place as I sew. Then with right sides together, I fold the shirt fronts onto the shirt back and pin and stitch along the underarm and side edges, matching the underarm seams together. And it's starting to look like a shirt again, but quite a lot smaller, and this time with some adorable ruffled sleeves. To finish the sleeves, I'm going to add some shirring elastic to make them even cuter. I've shared a whole video on how to shirr fabric, which I'll leave a link to in the description, but basically I hand wind some shirring elastic onto a bobbin and change up a few of my sewing machine settings. I then stitch a row of shirring along the hemmed edge of the sleeve. After that, I stitch a couple more rows using the previous row as a guide to keep the rows of stitching nice and straight. Once the shirring is complete, I have two adorable puff sleeves. I then hem the bottom edge of the shirt, and lastly add the pocket back onto the front of the shirt. And my ruffled puff sleeve shirt is complete. So how does it compare to the original shirt? Also, here's a little look at the waste that was left over from this project. I'll be adding the buttons to my button collection, and I'll keep the larger scraps for a future project. Not bad for such an oversized shirt. These jeans are so nearly perfect, and let's see if I can alter them to fit me a little bit better. To bring them in at the waist, I'm going to add some elastic into the waistband. First, I start by measuring a length of elastic around my waist, leaving a good 10cm or 4-inch gap. I then turn the jeans inside out and make two small cuts on the inside of the waistband like this. I then take a safety pin and attach it to the end of the elastic and feed the elastic into the waistband through the opening. Halfway through, I noticed that the stitching of the tag was blocking the waistband channel, so taking my seam ripper, I removed the tag and the stitches completely. I then continued to feed the elastic into the waistband. Once fed all the way through, I pinned the ends of the elastic onto the waistband and then stitched the ends in place. And now I have a nicely fitting pair of jeans. These jeans remind me so much of this pair here by Everlane, which I'm so happy about because I've had these Everlane jeans on my wish list for the longest time. So how does this completed thrift flip outfit look? I'm so happy with how both of these items have turned out. I feel like they work so perfectly together, but at the same time, I'm so excited to wear them as separate pieces as well, as I feel like both of them will work really well with some of the other pieces I have in my wardrobe. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and that it's inspired you to have a go at upcycling some of your recent thrift finds, or even some items in your wardrobe that you no longer wear. If you did enjoy this video, then I would love it if you could give it a like and subscribe to this channel for more sewing type videos like this one. Have a lovely day and thanks for watching.